2026. It's here, and it started just the way I wanted it to.
Everything's been going the way you want it, and I'm going to sit here and pity party over here, but Kenny got second, which is a good thing. Guys, welcome back.
Yeah, we're back. 2026, better late than never. We probably should have started this last week, but guess what? We're busy. You guys are ordering so much stuff from us that we had to continue on the machines, and we got a couple new machines for the year. So we've been busy with that, but we want to give back to you guys. We want to give back to the awesome customers that we have. That's why we're offering more free stuff for you guys. So get in, join the group. Dirt Tricks, all one word. You're going to be kind of doubling up on the Dirt Tricks product because not only do we sponsor the Fantasy League altogether, we're throwing in more product. So why not?
We just got some sweaters made. Yeah. We got some T-shirts coming.
Yeah, hats. Some really sick hats.
Dude, I mean, we're getting busy for you guys. So, yeah, welcome back. If you guys haven't joined yet and you're just seeing this for the first time, this is the Dirt Tricks Fantasy group for 2026. With me is the boss, El Jefe, El Grande, Zach Martinez.
Oh, yeah, El Jefe.
Charged up this year?
Charged up this year. I was a little lackluster just because we've been so busy. Yeah. But when that gate dropped, all of that just went away. And we're ready to start talking because guess what? Like you said, it went exactly the way I was hoping it would.
I mean, you didn't nail all your picks.
No, I did not nail. But the one that I needed to nail, it was done nailed.
The ET3 up front.
The ET3 up front. Yeah. And I was a little concerned after that first heat, but
so
Raj.
We have a text group. I'll tell you guys this. We have a text group, and Dave, which will pop in on a show eventually, but Dave, he takes your phone calls when you guys call in here. And but Dave and him, they're kind of on the same Kool-Aid, as far as drinking the same Kool-Aid, except he's a Broncos fan, which I don't know where we get that. But anyways.
That's way off, yeah.
You guys love the ET3. I love the ET3. I just didn't have that faith in him that you guys did.
I feel like the ET3 has grown on you quite a bit over the last couple of years. Yep. I think, when we first started this show.
Was a little bit of a hater.
You were kind of a little bit of a hater. And I think it's starting to grow a little bit. And I like it. I like it, honestly. I think you're really going for the OG, right? The Roxons, the ET3s.
Like the older the better. Like for me, like almost like my women. I love a little bit of
berry,
like that. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the berry.
Whoa.
Anyway, meanwhile, guys, I'm saying the older guys for some reason I can't get behind Christian Craig. Give him time, maybe, I don't know, but I'll say this: Roxon and Eli absolutely owned. Let's get some hot takes in there, though.
Yeah, I think we're kind of adjust what we've done in the past with the show because we do, we get into some awesome banter back and forth, getting into the weeds. But really, the hot take is: did Sexton just? Did he just
S the bed?
Did he? Well, we already know he S the bed, but did he just put his career on full on suicide watch?
I don't know. You guys need to drop it down in the comments. We want to hear from you because we will bring up your comments on the next episode, which is
always a fun
every
part.
Week. So if you guys didn't know, we bring up the top 3 in the group, which we'll get to in a minute.
Yep.
And we also go over the comments inside the video because we love to hear from you guys. But this, I think, is going to be one of the more talked about things from the industry is Sexton really kind of validating something about Kawasaki's just not being... It's hard to believe that Kawasaki would not have a bike.
That's, top 3. Yeah, I think it's mainly on Sexton, not on the Kawasaki brand, although it looked more kind of the opposite. For me, it's just that Sexton had a loud mouth about the KTM the whole year,
he did.
Although he was winning a lot. And then, obviously, round 1 comes around, A1, everyone's eyes are on Prado, thinking that he was a total...
Baby.
Baby about leaving Kawasaki and saying how bad the bike was and him basically just putting around. And then A1 comes around, who Prado is not a Supercross guy. Everyone was basically saying, hey, if he could get the top 10, he's doing well.
Right.
Let's see how he does on the outdoors. Homeboy gets a podium.
3rd place.
And a pretty convincing podium, to be honest with you. And Tomac wins. So you got 1 and 3.
Tomac didn't just win, okay, by the way. You guys saw the race, I'm hoping. Tomac didn't win.
Spoiler alert if he didn't.
He yarded the rest of the entire field. He made everyone out there look like C-Class.
looked like C-Class, and I was kind of, me and Clint were bench racing after the race, and I was like, I've never seen Tomac. We've always seen the beast mode, the Tomac that's letting it all hang out. He's all over that motorcycle, typically that Yamaha for the last few years. He didn't seem like he was putting hardly any effort, kind of like that Jet.
Almost.
Dungy-ish, just like the looks like he's going slow, but he's obviously gapping everyone. I mean, at one point they had like 20 plus seconds on Prado,
and then by the finish was pert near.
Yeah, so I mean they're in a whole nother world. And Tomac, dude, it just looked like he was hooking up everywhere. He's not getting all sideways like he typically would on the Yamaha. And I'll tell you what, Roger DeCoster has a big portion of that. I think him and Tomac are just like two peas in a pod.
They're locked in. Yeah, I think, guys, what we're seeing right now is Eli's final season. I think he is so locked in on that bike that he's going to get the one that the Achilles destroyed for him. He's going to get that championship that he was waiting for, and I'm kind of curious where it's going to go.
Possibly a championship last year without a broken leg. Right. After Jet went down, it was kind of Tomac's to lose, and of course he breaks the leg. But my question to you, Clint.
I'm ready.
And I've already said this to you in private.
Okay.
But I think Tomac's at like 52 wins.
Something like that.
It's the second most Supercross wins of all time, which is very shocking. 72 is the king. If he got, let's say, Sexton's ride or that interim ride after Dungey retired, if it was Tomac on that bike, is he the winningest rider in Supercross?
Yeah, how can you disagree? How can you say no?
I mean, A1 has shown that he's been on this bike for such a little amount of time, and he just yarded the whole field, which is
embarrassingly so.
Yeah.
So him and Kenny. To not take anything from Kenny here.
Yeah.
Kenny finished literally 2-3 bikes behind Tomac, and
Tomac let it off a little bit on that last lap.
I feel like both of them. I think even Kenny being the seasoned champ that he is, he was like, "This is round one.
Yep.
There's no point to beat ourselves up." And I bet you Eli's up front, and Kenny probably could have put in a charge and got to his rear wheel. But I think both are so seasoned in Supercross where they're just like, no, this is a long season.
And I was thinking the same thing with Tomac because they were playing yo-yo for a little bit. Like they weren't necessarily showing the lead the whole time.
No, they went hardly any. They're like, let's watch Cooper Webb fight for six.
They never showed ET3 and Roxon, but it was going back 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Like, so it was going, back and forth. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if Roxon puts a charge, and I think Tomac would be thinking the same thing, like, hey, Roxon's MO has been really hot the first 4 or 5 rounds. The rest he falls off. He's like, hey, if I got to take a second tonight, that would be a win. But the dude just kept going, and his fitness is obviously top notch.
Right.
But Roxon is just there. It's amazing what they're doing with that Suzuki. Him and Ando, the whole race. I mean, there's been some big surprises. I think one of the biggest surprises was Hunter.
4th place.
Yeah, 4th place. Just barely getting around Anderson, right? Yeah, and to me, it was kind of his spotlight, and he didn't look very comfortable on that bike. It just looked like he was, it's hard to say 5th place or 4th place is slow, but,
Now, if anything we've learned from one year to the next, that you cannot use Anaheim 1 as a feeler for the rest of the season. A1's its own animal.
Yeah.
And however,
it could be one of two ways. I feel like the guys that do bad, right? The Sexton, the Hunter.
That's where I was going.
It could go better for Tomac and those guys. I think it was more of a standout thing of like, hey, we figured some things out.
Yep.
Right. It wasn't like that flash in a pan because those guys know what they're doing.
No, a flash in the pan would have been like someone went down. And then
maybe like a Faulkner getting a top 5 or something crazy like that.
That'd be a flash in the pan.
Or Ferrandis. I mean, he was balling out. Unfortunately, Barsha.
9th.
Yeah, I felt like the Ducati, especially in the heat with Ferrandis and Barsha going back and forth. It looks like a great bike, and for them to be the first pioneers, that was pretty sick.
Yeah. For Ferrandis to say got Ducati its first 10th place. Top 10 finish in Supercross. That's pretty cool. I do need to get to a couple of things because we are going to cut this kind of a little shorter today, guys. But Zach, 250s Danger Boy had a little bit of a struggle bus.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I'm hearing, and I've watched quite a few podcasts now, and everyone's kind of talked about this a little bit, and I think it's a little shammy. But did Deegan get in his own head too much?
He's going to continue to be that person. I mean, he's obviously in the press conferences trying to play like that Conor McGregor.
Exactly.
Cool guy, super cool dude, larger than life. I'm better than anyone on this. And he's gonna create a lot of pressure on himself by every single rider that's riding next to him. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're gonna give him his best shot.
I mean, a lot of you guys ride dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I mean,
everyone.
Would you guys carry that kind of attitude in, especially like, I don't know if you saw like the GoPro or whatever of him and Levi roosting each other like on the track.
and qualifying.
Yeah, and like literally trying to start crap. So Deegan absolutely has to show me something coming into San Diego, because I do not know how that guy is going to get out of his head and start riding like the professional that we know he is.
Yeah, I think Deegan is just doing this all to himself, honestly, and it's hard not to give him the sympathy, or it's hard for me to give him sympathy, because again, he's loudmouth, and I get he's got that Conor McGregor vibe, he's got that swagger. That swagger, but if I'm being honest, he hasn't really shown it. Like, he's never waxed anyone like we're talking Jet and ET3 and all these guys in the 250 class did. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
To me personally, it doesn't seem like it. They say he's the most winningest. It's because he's been on the class for too damn long. Get on the 450, bud. I think we'd have some sympathy if you started off with some bad rounds on the 450. Yep. 250, dude, you have way too much of a mouth on you to not get first every single round, especially when you're talking about guys like DeFrancisco, who just got his first podium. Deegan did his best of Malachi crunching him in the SMX playoffs when he landed on his head. Anstie and Hymas. Sorry.
Fantastic night for those two.
But sorry, Deegan should be walking away from those guys.
Oh, yeah. No, he should have had the kind of gap that
Eli and Roxon had. So, dude, I think you're right on that. Like, if San Diego comes around and he's still rolling around in a top 5, yes, okay, he got a bad start. He did make a lot of passes. We'll see.
Yeah.
With that mouth, you got to get first.
That is where it brings us to the WTF moment of the race, guys. That's where I got to give it to Hayden Deegan. With as much talent and profession that you have, especially at A1, someone like you should not be making that mistake. So that's where my WTF moment of A1 goes to. My
WTF moment goes to the horrific thing that we saw. Yeah, to Mookie and Barsha on the first few corners. Okay. Yeah, Mookie was not able to triple. I wish they wouldn't do that right off the bat, off of a start, when these guys are just flying so close to each other. But thankfully, both are walking. Both are okay. Barsha is a fit dude. He's very flexible because he bounced off his head from 50 feet in the air, and he's all good. So thank God for that. But WTF, man, we just got robbed of 2 great racers for possibly the rest of the Supercross season.
I would guess.
What a bummer. What an actual big bummer. WTF. That's racing, though. That's A1. It seems like it always happens every year, unfortunately. Yeah. Quick healing vibes for Mookie and Barsha. Mookie was going to have his breakout season, it seemed like.
I really thought he was, especially after Bercy.
Yeah, after Bercy, showing everyone up there. Yeah. Those were both the Jet boys out there, too, I think he beat. So, I mean, yeah, he had some confidence coming into this race, and unfortunately, we won't see that. So, WTF. Clint, let's get into our pick.
Bro, I'm excited about this, and I'm going to let you go first, but I'm going to let you know who my 7th place, which is wildcard this week on the rmfantasysx.com.
Okay, you're going to lead me off.
If you guys aren't joined, it's free, and you win free stuff if you make good picks. I am throwing the 7th place finisher from last week in there by the name of Cooper Webb. Not stoked by how he rode, especially after he made such a big statement about, we're going to ride the 2025 chassis. I had such a great relationship and experience on the 2025 that I feel like us carrying that chassis over into 2026 was a good decision. I mean, I'm not going to poop on, 7th place. It's a good finish.
I think that was kind of odd that they said that too. I feel like, the manufacturer does not like that. The manufacturer says, "What? You're not going to ride my new bike?"
That tells everyone maybe don't buy the 26. Like Cooper Webb doesn't want to ride the 26.
If that says that, then what does it say about Sexton getting 8th place and right around halfway on the other side of the track for Kawasaki?
Kawasaki needs to make some sort of promotional deal that comes with a bike with training wheels.
We heard you?
Yeah, we heard you. Training wheels now come with it.
Okay.
God, dude.
All right. Well, so you have literally have Webb in 7th?
I'm going to start with Webb in 7th,
Okay.
but I'm going to let you because I'm excited to hear your picks because I think we are going to come to some agreement on ET3. We'll see. Go ahead. Bring us in to our picks.
Yeah, picks. Boom. ET3. It's in the game. Just like the ESPN back in the day.
ET3.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for him not to get off that number 1 spot for me.
Concur.
ET3, first place. Didn't show any chink in his armor.
Nope.
So this comes to the next pick.
Roczen.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Roczen, to be honest with you. Roczen just looks smooth, and we all know how fast he starts in any of these races. The guy makes up all the positions, it seems like, in the first couple laps, and he's a great starter. So Roczen in 2nd. 3rd place is a little different. I'm not sure if you're going to be following me on this, but I do have Sexton running in the top 3. He did not show it.
Were we watching the same race?
Yeah, I know. But, the vibes, the vibes, I think, for him, again, similar to a Deegan deal, he was feeling himself. He's got that blonde hair. He basically told Roger,
now this
screw
is
you.
You might be onto something here. Is it possible that his nerves were just not in the right spot?
Well, we know he's a very head case rider.
We know he's a good rider.
He's a great rider. At any given moment, and he's right. Him and Jed are on the short list of actually going that fast. Tomac's 32, and he's obviously showing how freaking awesome he is. But let's be honest, Jet and Sexton have that like top end speed. The only problem is Sexton is a basket case when it comes to his head.
Yep.
And
always has been.
He threw away a great opportunity with KTM, won more races with KTM, although he won that championship with Honda. He didn't win much races that year. He just got lucked into it because ET3 tore his Achilles. You remember that?
How can you forget?
How could you? So anyways, I do think Sexton pulls it together. It's San Diego. The lights aren't as bright as A1.
Nope.
People aren't expecting him to win now.
The nerves kind of settle.
The nerves are settled. He's getting a top
little.
3. I've got him in 3rd.
Okay.
Then I'm going to follow it up with Cooper Webb. You have him for your wild card. I've had him in the top 4. He's just that gamer.
He took himself out in the whoops. I don't know how you can pick Cooper. I mean, okay.
He's a gamer.
He took himself out.
He's a gamer.
He is.
I think
he does play the long game.
Yeah, he plays that long game, and he probably wasn't feeling right, probably because he's on a year-old frame because he won a championship on it and thinks that that's going to be the case. I don't know. 5th place, I do have Prado.
Yeah. It's
and Hunter is just going to be playing second fiddle. Unfortunately, he's playing second fiddle to everyone else on the track instead of his own brother.
It's true.
So I want to hear.
That's a hot take right there.
Yeah.
Hunter sucks without brother.
I mean, it's true, right? Like when you brought up a good point earlier. When you're racing the fastest dude in the world on the practice track every single day, you're gonna step it up a little bit. And he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that safety net.
Little lost doggy out there.
And here's the other thing too. What we're not acknowledging is he's got all the pressure on him. He's the only Honda. And Honda's probably like, you know what?
I think Savachi on the quad lock.
But that's not factory Honda. We're talking
I'm trying to
HRC.
think, there's just not a lot of Hondas out there, which is so weird. I mean, you guys think about it, like
we have Ducati.
There's no
Triumph.
Team Gas anymore.
No Team
and
Gas.
Honda has like 5 dudes out there.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense. Honda's been obviously one of the biggest brands in motorcycle history.
It's Craig and Savachi, I think. But anyway,
and dude, like, I think the lights are a little bit brighter on Hunter, and he hasn't quite had that. Moto, he's another beast. Supercross, I don't know. He can prove me wrong, but as of right now, he is not in my top 5. I think he kind of lands in that 6th place spot, which then leads 7th to Ando. Suzuki's. They just totally gave up on the program 10 years ago.
They did.
And each rider is getting top 5s and top 10s and top 2s.
And I keep, holding on to like this hope that like next year they're going to come out with the most badass bike ever, and then it's the same model with BNG. bold new graphics.
Here's the question, though. Why come out with a new model? It's obviously a great motorcycle. And is Roczen selling any more bikes?
I think he is. I think now.
Okay, that's fine, but why invest much money into it if he's bringing out?
Roczen is selling more Suzukis than say Sexton is selling Kawasaki's right now. I don't see Kawasaki's flying off the lot right now because Sexton is. He's not showing.
I mean, Sexton just showed you not to buy.
Sexton just said Prado was right.
Yeah. All right, tell me your picks. Come on.
All right, dude.
I know you got the first one.
Hell just became a vacation front property.
Ooh,
it froze over.
This guy has been years in the making, and I want to hear him say it.
Eli Tomac. I caught Eli for first, guys.
Eli.
Now I'm not an Eli hater. Just been a little denier. Kind of like, I've been skeptical, but how can
he
just completely came out and literally showed everyone 25 seconds over Prado. That is almost a third of the lap time that Eli pulled on Prado. So just saying.
Near half?
Yep. Pert near. So with that being said, Eli, I'm going to run it down like this, guys. Eli Tomac, Ken Roczen, putting back in second.
So same podium as we got so far.
Yep, I love it. Okay. I am throwing another Suzuki on the podium, though. I believe Anderson is a Petco Park guy, and I think he's going to show up.
Dang.
And he is going to stab that Suzuki on the top three, and we're going to see a good post from PNG Motorsports about them two top dudes.
Wow.
So I see it now.
That's fantastic that you have that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's foresight.
Bold, two Suzukis.
I got Hunter Lawrence in your fourth spot. Try not to laugh at that, please.
I'm going to laugh at it.
Prado in fifth.
Okay. So, all right. So we do have the guy that got his first podium in our top five.
Yep. And then Cooper Webb seventh, as you heard, which is laughable, but
sevenths are tough ones, wild cards to pick.
Seventh is a rough one, and I'm looking forward to see who's going to bring it out in the group next week because we do have some new names to mention.
Cool. Yeah, that's what we love to do. We like to do our top three. Again, put in the comments, guys. We'd like to read them. Whatever you have, throw it in there. If you're talking smack, if you think I'm crazy about talking about Deegan like that, if you think I'm crazy, I'm talking about Sexton or Hunter like that, put it in there. I want to hear it. You guys I'm an old has-been, never was. So
you have Sexton in yours, in your picks, right?
Sexton I have in a top three.
Yeah.
I have him in third.
I almost want to dig into your brain a little bit. Like, what do you think it was? Nerves? Is that what got him out, or is it something else? Was it just is it the bike just being complete shite?
I think it's all in his head, and I think honestly, it doesn't matter. He's such a great rider that if the bike was a pile of dookie, he'd still be able to put it in the top three with just his talent.
A professional could,
I think it's all his mental. Everyone was looking at him like, oh, man, he switched ships. He almost, he was, 5 corners away from winning a championship last year on the KTM. Literally. In Supercross, he was 5 corners away from that. If AP could have got Webb, I was there. I was at Salt Lake. I was watching that bike. Sexton looked no faster ever than on that KTM. But then he decided, you're my problem, KTM. Yeah. I'm going to Kawasaki. Yeah. And boom, what do you know? Tomac gets first. Looks like he's been on that bike forever. Never on a steel frame. Yeah, ever in his whole career except for RM85 days.
That's it.
Tomac.
But it's got to feel good to KTM to be vindicated, right? To be like, see.
Well, and it's the perfect person to do it.
Right.
We had heard rumblings that Tomac was going to get signed well before.
Well, yeah, remember someone asking Aaron Plessinger if he's looking
forward to
having
even before
Eli.
that, we had a little birdie, right?
True.
And I think I told you about this, that was hinting towards it. I was like, man, if there's one thing that KTM can do with all of their bankruptcy stuff and all that, if there's one thing, if they could get Mr. Captain America himself, ET3, on that motorcycle, it'll change a lot of perspective. 100%. And boom, what do? They win right away. Roger, Ian, those guys look
vindicated.
Did you see how happy Ian was? Like the crew manager at KTM, that guy was on cloud 9.
Dude, he just got a bonus check. That's I'll be happy.
Yeah,
too.
Massive bonus check, but also dude, I don't have a guy that runs his mouth, Sexton. I have Tomac that's literally going to make this bike do what he wants it to do. Yeah, we put a freaking cable clutch on this thing for this guy. And he's showing why we need
both our guys. We had 2 podiums last night. Thanks, Ian Harrison.
Boom. Yeah. So that if that's what I'm answering your question, Sexton's in his head. He'll get a top 3 and he'll be fine.
Good. All right. Well, I love the mental games. You guys got to drop it down below because that's bench racing. Going into the group, want to say a big congratulations to a new guy here, Gas 500 ES, 95 points, Zach. That's a pretty good pick.
Not only 95 points, but he is 91 in the whole damn shooting match.
Over 100,000 players, or it's even crazier this year.
Yeah, probably close to 200,000 people. He's in the top 100, so he is in the top percent. And freaking A, man, I think if I had to take a guess, he's a KTM fan because he's got gas, and he picked some KTMs. To go in the top 3. So that's pretty sick. Good luck and for the rest of the season, because if you keep that up, you're going to be getting prizes from us and even Rocky Mountain.
Yep.
So.
Every month, guys. Once a month, giving gifts away, plus at the end. So, again, lock into the group if you haven't already.
It's free, man. We're doubling up, guys. Get it on.
Dev Null, DEVNULL, or E Conrad, I don't know. But either way, congratulations in second right now, 80 points.
Big week.
That's a fantastic. In the top 2,000, just outside the top 2,000. Now that's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
You got 80 points compared to Gas 500.
15 points away.
50 points away, but it's difference of
2,000 people.
points.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane how close everyone was. And to be honest with you, picking that list, I'm looking at it right now. Good on you guys.
Mitch Lovin, buddy of mine.
Mick Lovin?
Yep, Mitch Lovin, Mitch Allard. He's
cool.
Coming in on 77 points, third spot. We won't talk about this guy in fourth because he's employed here.
Oh, jeez. Dave, that's a great pick.
Made some good picks.
70 points. Man, I think this year is going to be so hard to call.
Yep.
But we will find out, guys. San Diego coming up. Beautiful weather up here. We're up in northern Nevada. Northern California area, and if it's good weather here, it's going to be good weather there, which means good racing.
Yep.
And let's enjoy it, guys.
Pumped up.
See you guys week 2. Boom. See you guys.
Bye.